welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 87. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam.
What?
You did it.
I fucking crushed it.
I'm so proud of you.
Just smooth as butter.
Just like butter on toast.
Butter on some sourdough toast. What? Oh, then fried in a pan. What? Oh my gosh, Sam. Delicious.
Dude, I know.
I love me some sourdough toast and some butter and then some peanut butter.
PB&J.
And then slap some fucking jam on that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, melt in my mouth.
Homemade blackberry jam.
So good. Too good.
Yeah.
Love it.
If you didn't know, guys, that's what we had before we started this podcast.
Right before.
Yep. Which is fitting for what our topic is today.
I'm going to be honest with you.
What's up?
Peanut butter's not in a diet plan.
Can we make it in the diet plan?
I make it part of our life because we love it so much, but it is definitely not part of like it should not be a staple in a diet.
Shaun and I have a unhealthy relationship with peanut butter.
I would say peanut butter. I actually talked about this with Nick for a second this morning or today.
Nick?
How's it wander?
Oh, okay.
Peanut butter is like the staple of the diet, and everything gets built around peanut butter.
Hell yeah.
When's your next meal? Peanut butter. Love it.
I've been doing good with my
not scooping.
We
have talked about doing we are gonna do PB2.
Yeah.
Because it's just like powdered peanuts, and then you mix it with water, and then it's like peanut butter, so it's got a lot less fat.
Yep.
Because it doesn't have all the oils and shit, the vegetable oils, soybean shit, all that stuff in it. Mm-hmm. It's just powder, and then you put the water into it. So it's obviously not going to be as good as some good peanut butter.
It'll fill the craving.
And it'll be healthier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I've noticed?
Dude, what have you noticed? Sorry.
That, like, even if you really want something, like, really tasty, you know? Mm-hmm. If you have something close that's not quite to the standard, it's still, like, you still get the urge.
You feel the urge?
You feel the urge. My example's like, a chunk of dark chocolate does not taste as good as a Reese's peanut butter cup.
But does it satisfy that craving for chocolate? But it
satisfies the craving for chocolate enough.
That makes sense. And dark chocolate's healthier than milk chocolate, right?
Dude, Stan Efferding's got dark chocolate in his frickin' diet plan.
Okay, you didn't even say what our topic is.
How can you go? Oh, we're just talking about diets today. Sam and I tend to be healthy 90% of the time.
Until we get lazy and don't want to meal prep.
Until we get lazy.
Except for this past week, we did good.
We fucked this week. We crushed. We meal prepped. We went to Midwest meals. So the nights we couldn't make dinner, we threw in a Midwest meal. We fucked this week.
Yeah, I think the only bad day was Thursday morning for breakfast.
Oh.
We got good old holiday
sandos. You know.
Still, that's one day. That's not bad.
One day. All week.
Mm-hmm.
Only cheat meal we had all week. Mm-hmm. Except for the cheeseburger and sweet potato fries. That's not really a cheat meal. Last night?
No.
Cheeseburger and fucking... Cheeseburger's my life. The only thing that was a cheat there is the bread.
Yeah. I did really good then.
Yeah.
I just had chicken and wild rice soup.
And some potatoes.
Some potatoes.
Potatoes. Yeah, I guess the beer probably wasn't on the diet plan.
I guess it's not.
Whatever. But yeah, we're talking about diets. And more specifically, a diet that you're going to, like, follow, right? There's a lot of diets out there, and it's just not reasonable.
I think this is the easiest one to follow, to be honest.
I would say not necessarily the easiest to follow, right? Because I've seen some, if it fits your macros, and like that's just fucking cheating.
The easiest to keep going? Or what do you mean?
Or what do you think? Diet?
Yeah.
I feel the best on.
Yeah.
I've tried a bunch of other things, And this I just feel the best on.
Yep.
So I would...
Another, like, interesting thing I like about this is, like, if you guys are listening and you don't want to follow, like, a diet, just take, like, parts of what he says. And it'll help you.
Dude, so we're talking about the Vertical Diet by Stan Efferding. I started following it about a little over 5 years ago. I started following it. Mm-hmm. The first month, dude, I think I lost 20 pounds in 1 month.
Oh, yeah, 4 years ago.
5 years ago. 2017. 5 years ago.
No, because we started it together.
5 years ago.
You bought it 5 years ago. We didn't start implementing it until 4 years ago. You were not eating the vertical diet when we met.
No. After I went to the hospital, I thought.
I'm pretty sure we didn't start till we moved into Corona.
Maybe. 4 or 5 years ago. Right?
Right.
There we go. So 4 or 5 years ago, I started this. Oh my God, it was 4 years ago, because that's when I hit 200 pounds. Oh my God. Wow. So I've been following this for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I don't follow it to a T because it's not reasonable for me to follow to a T. Mm-hmm. Because I like peanut butter. And I just am not going to not have peanut butter.
Right.
Now I like having beer sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes I got to eat a fucking donut. But for the most part, the staple, which everything kind of revolves around, I would say 80%. I would say a good 80% of my diet is vertical diet. 10% is other, like, not bad random shit. And 10% is, like, cheating.
Yeah.
I'd say. And, yeah, it's not great. But, it's better than most.
And, the food's so easy to make. Shaun and I can meal prep for 3 days and dinner for a couple of those days in an hour.
Dude, we got that shit down to 1 hour.
Yeah.
2 people, 1 hour total. And we have usually, what do we got?
We usually have 8 lunches, 6 breakfasts.
8 lunches, 6 breakfasts, and then we make dinners at night.
Yeah. But usually whenever we meal prep, we'll have our lunch for that day's dinner.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's why we have 4. Boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Hopefully it makes sense for the audience.
I would think so.
Yeah, we just follow something that we can follow, and we feel the best on it. I've also, we've talked about it, and we've looked into blood.
Oh, yeah, blood diets.
Blood type diets. And this comes really close to the O-type blood diet, the vertical diet does. But also, it just bases off of the FOD, like the FODMAP. It's like foods that fucking...
Is it the triangle thing?
No. Foods that tend to wreak havoc on the digestive system. So, yeah, the FODMAP is a thing, and it's just like what foods digest the best, the easiest. So this diet's based on easily digestible food.
That makes sense.
And it's based off of like the least ingredients, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it has like the main micronutrients you need to get. And it's like peppers, spinach, pink Himalayan salt, carrots, whole eggs, oranges, chicken stock, spinach, cranberry juice, a potato of a sort, like a sweet potato, and then some sort of calcium, like a milk or a whole fat yogurt, something like that. And then you have your vertical portion. So that's like the micronutrients he wants you to get every day, right? So all those are like what you should eat every single day. Mm-hmm. And then the vertical part of the diet is what you fill in after those, or like...
Oh, after your nutrients are satisfied.
Yeah, like you need to get your nutrients. You don't have to get them all in right away in the morning. You just got to get those nutrients throughout the day. And then the vertical part is what you eat to fill in those gaps.
Okay.
And that's white rice or jasmine rice, because white rice is easy to digest and it's a great source of carbs, right? And then steak and red meat, because of it's like the micronutrients in steak and red meat, and the fats in there is really good for you, and it's got creatine and all that shit already in it, which is good for your life. I don't fucking know. Apparently, red meat, when you're not a fat piece of shit, is good for you. Isn't that fucking crazy, dude?
Yeah, Shaun and I have talked about this before. I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, but it's so interesting because usually if you're overweight or like you have high blood pressure, they tell you not to eat red meat. Yeah,
when it should be don't eat processed foods.
Right, because there are so many like bigger power lifters, and all they eat is red meat, and they're healthy.
Dude, so there was a time in my life when I wasn't the healthiest. R.I.P. Fat Shaun, I miss you. I miss you.
I don't.
That guy had like 190 to 200 over 130 blood pressure. That old boy ate everything. Everything in sight, right? Mm-hmm. That was not a healthy man.
No.
That man may have had a minor heart attack. We don't know. Had all the symptoms of it, but who knows, right? I'm not sure. But I know now that I switched to the vertical diet and I quit eating anything I want to eat. My diet is 80% vertical diet, so I get a lot of those micronutrients in. I miss the carrots some days. Some days I don't hit the spinach. I'm not going to lie. I'm not great at getting my cranberry juice in. Okay?
I mean, it's also... Shaun and I have found it very hard to find cranberry juice not from concentrate.
Dude, it's
only one store in Eau Claire has it.
Our biggest issue is... Aldi used to have it. Cranberry juice not from concentrate. And Aldi is our number one stop. So I can get everything on the diet from Aldi except cranberry juice.
Yep.
So am I going to go to a store just to get cranberry juice? I should, but I don't.
It's also like a store not near us. I guess I'd go past it.
We go past it, but it's just not convenient.
Right. I probably will stop there tomorrow, though, because I need coffee creamer.
Oh, yeah. So it's stupid, right? Like, we should just do it.
Yeah.
And then we could be fucking getting the nutrients in even better. But I have been eating, I would say for 4 years. It has been 4 years. For 4 years, I've had a minimum of 1 red meat meal a day. Usually 2 red meat meals a day, sometimes 3. Mm-hmm. Been doing that for 4 years. My blood pressure and weight, I went from, and I used to eat a shit ton of bread, pasta, all that stuff. It was 240 pounds, ate all that shit, right? 73-27 red meat back then, like beef I used to eat. But on top, that was only like 1 meal a day, not even 1 meal a day that I would have beef. I would have a lot of hamburger helper. I'd eat a lot of a shit ton of chicken breasts. Dude, I ate chicken breasts all the time. And I don't know, for whatever. Switching to this diet, I went from 240 and beautiful to I sit around 200. My blood pressure went from like 190s to 200s over like 120s to 130s. My blood pressure is now... It sits around like 115 over 70.
Yeah, you're really healthy now.
Yeah. I've been on TRT for over 3 years now, right? So that's supposed to also fuck up your stuff and doesn't. Actually, donating blood, since we're on the topic.
Oh, you need to go do that.
Dude, I gotta do that. I haven't done it in like 6 months. Mm-hmm. That's the longest I go, is like 6 months. Donating blood... That shit's great for you. Keeps your red blood cell count down. Keeps my blood pressure down. So donate blood.
Do you think women don't have to because
you're donating blood every month, babe?
Cool.
Donating blood every month.
That's good. You know, that's one positive thing about being a woman.
Yeah, and just flushing that shit out every month.
That's exciting.
Men don't have that. Especially if you're on exogenous testosterone too.
Yeah.
But anyhow, red meat, it's a myth that it's bad for you, that it raises cholesterol and all that stuff. Also, if you look at full eggs, like one egg has 70% of your daily cholesterol in it, right? Mm. Last blood panel I got, my cholesterol was not high. And I eat eggs every fucking day.
Yep.
Whole eggs every single day. So I don't know. I mean, I do have I have a little more LDL, right, than I probably should, but it's not high, it's just higher.
Yeah.
But it's still in range. And then my HDL is just average, whatever. But anyhow, it's a healthy diet.
Yeah.
It's so fucking simple. Almost everything in the diet is one ingredient.
The best part is too, when I go have it at work, everyone asks me what it is, and so many people will switch to it they won't switch to it as religiously as you and I do, but they do eat it. They love it.
You feel so much better on it.
It's so good.
You feel you feel so much better. Yeah.
The best part about it too is it'll actually ruin fast food for you.
Yep. We've just been doing it for so long that when we go eat fast food, we feel our body, it takes so much to digest it that we just feel so shitty. So shitty.
And then usually we get hungry a lot faster when we eat fast food too.
Yep. So, vertical diet. That's the main diet we follow. That's what we're going to talk about. But I want to mention a few things. Okay?
Do we
go ahead.
Want to go over what our general meals are, or do you want to go over these fun things first?
Yeah, I guess.
We're talking about the actual diet part.
General meals for us. Mornings are typically. I usually do 2 whole eggs, and 1 egg white. Mm-hmm. I do 1 and 1. Sam does 1 and 1. Put pink Himalayan salt on it. If we do a breakfast scramble, that's when we put our spinach and our peppers in it.
And sometimes the rice to add some carbs.
Yep, sometimes rice to add carbs. So that's one of our meals we do. Another one we do, which isn't as healthy. And we do some bacon. Bacon or sausage. Yeah, bacon or sausage. A few slices, why not? They're good. Tastes good.
Gotta enjoy food a little bit.
Gotta enjoy it. Gotta have some bacon or some sausage in there. And some of the meals we do is keto pancakes. So it's not whole grains. It's made from. It pretty much tastes like fucking cornbread.
It does.
It's delicious. It's like cornbread.
Would you pick them up and put them in your lap?
So we'll have I still have my 2 whole eggs because I want to get my eggs in with my salt, and then I have a pancake with some peanut butter because, dude, I love my peanut butter, and some real maple syrup because it's real. Sure, it's sugar, but it's real. So I don't like all the preservatives and shit.
Sugar's good for you if it's natural.
I wouldn't say good for you, but it's not as bad.
Right.
In moderation, it's fine.
Yeah. So that's our little bit of sugar we have.
Yep. I usually smack down a protein shake a day. I keep it to whey protein isolates. They have the Diametize has few ingredients, just a good filler for protein.
Lactose free.
Eat a banana a day. Bananas are a little harder to digest, I guess, based on the FODMAP, but I like bananas, so I don't give a shit.
So they suggest either bananas or oranges, or apples? Is that what he suggests?
Yeah. And berries.
Yeah.
I also do orange juice. We drink orange juice. Not a crazy amount. After my workouts, I have an 8 ounce of orange juice after my workout with some carbs in it.
Doesn't his diet plan only say to have 4 ounces of juice a day?
4 ounces with a meal.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then for lunch, we have had the same thing for lunch every single day
We switch up 2 meals.
for 4 years.
Yeah.
It is basically the same.
It's either a burger patty with some cheese and jasmine rice, or
No bun.
no bun. That's one meal. Or the other one is ground beef with jasmine rice, pepper, spinach, and then depending on how we're feeling, maybe we'll pour some chicken broth in there. I used
Or
to
put some cheese on there.
cheese in there. I used to put
Sour cream.
but then I switched to sour cream to whole yogurt, plain yogurt, because it tastes just like sour cream. But my lactose intolerance fucks with me too much, so I can't eat yogurt, which is lame.
But those two have been our lunches for 4 years.
Oh yeah, and then what do we do? I usually end up dying and having to have a snack at some point in time.
Yeah, both of us usually snack before
You
dinner.
usually got to have some sort of snacky before dinner.
Or otherwise, dinner's at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. That we do. Sometimes we do a chicken thighs. We don't really ever have chicken breasts. We'll do like chicken thigh because it's fattier.
Boneless, skinless.
Boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Fish. So we'll do salmon a couple times a week. Once, twice a week we have salmon.
Yeah.
And
then steak.
Steak. Or we'll have fucking burgers again.
Yeah.
Without buns. Some sort of beef again.
Mm. But all those, like, for sides, we just do jasmine rice.
Yeah. Jasmine, sometimes potatoes.
Oh, yeah, sweet potato.
Yeah, sweet potato or fried potato.
Yeah.
Depending on the night, we'll fry a potato or do a sweet potato. Dude, that's our fucking diet.
That's all we
literally
eat.
what we eat. We're not eating a whole lot more. I have some oranges. We eat oranges.
We have some carrots.
We have carrots. Fuck, dude. That's it. We don't eat a whole lot more. We have, because we like bread a lot. At least I love bread. Found out, so part of the diet is, sourdough bread is a lot easier to digest and stuff, and it doesn't fuck you up as much as, like, wheat bread. So we usually have one slice a with a little peanut butter and jam on it. Mm-hmm. Of that.
Sometimes we'll have a piece of dark chocolate for a nightcap.
Yep. Sometimes we'll have a little dark chocolate. Boy, babe, I think that's our diet.
Yeah, obviously every once in a while, we should post on Instagram what our cupboard and fridge look like.
Bro, people are gonna be like, "You guys starving?"
Yep. Oh, for snacks we have usually rice cakes.
Rice cakes. We eat rice cakes for snacks.
Right now we have a whole bunch of egg rolls that we're trying to eat up before they go bad.
Yep.
So those have been some snacks too.
Yep.
Obviously those aren't the healthiest, but we
Egg
do
rolls
fry
are
them in the air
delicious.
fryer though,
Yeah.
which is way healthier than deep frying them.
Yeah. And then
I'm trying to think what else is in our cupboard.
mixed nuts.
Mixed nuts, yep.
We do eat fats. We have quite a bit of fats. Our diet is pretty fatty. We have a lot of fats.
Yeah.
Not
But it doesn't affect us. So.
No. Well, that's part of his diet is part of the diet is on days you work out, eat more carbs, less fat. On days you don't work out, eat less carbs, more fats.
Yep. So we should eat rice cakes on the day we work out, nuts on the days we don't work out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, it's all like it literally is just science experiment with your body. Shaun and I have been doing it for 4 years, so now we know what foods make us feel better than other foods. So we don't really change much out of that, just because we know what works and doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to really find what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Shaun and I realized after a month we are able to eat the same lunch every single day and not get sick of it.
Yep.
We kind of went on a weird path for a little bit where we didn't have beef for lunch.
Wait,
and
what?
Yeah, there was a little bit of time we didn't, and then you and I were like, we need to have the beef back. I think we had like chicken or something for lunch for a little bit, and we just couldn't do it.
Makes sense.
But after about a month of eating the same food every single day for lunch, it's not an issue.
Right.
You start to miss it if you don't have it. Your body almost kind of craves it, I would say. It's just that initial month of eating the same thing every single day. Once, like, you need to get past that month, and then you're fine.
Right. Yeah, I honestly doesn't even bother me. It's just whatever. You just eat the same thing. Food is fuel. You know?
And, I mean, we make it taste good.
Yeah.
We do use
Seasonings.
spices and seasonings, so.
Yeah. I love it. I love this diet. This diet is by far my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
The least... You're putting in so little of shit into your body. You aren't cooking these extravagant meals. You're not doing all this fancy shit.
Right.
It's just simple. It's so easy to meal prep with, and you feel great doing it.
Mm. And we've even noticed, like, our energy levels are, like, way higher when we're, like, spot on with our diet.
Yeah. And, so when we're spot on with our diet, another part of the diet is 10-minute walks. Mm-hmm. So he wants you to take 3 10-minute walks a day after meals. When you eat and then you go on a 10-minute walk, dude, you feel so much better. Because a 10-minute walk is supposed to boost your insulin sensitivity, which makes digestion better. Your metabolism, like, boots up better. I don't know. Whatever. All I know is when I eat and I sit there, I want to sleep. When I eat and I go for a 10-minute walk, I feel great.
Right. And that's, like, one thing... Shaun and I just read that from Sam and Efferding's book a couple weeks ago. So it's still something that we're, like, trying to just get into the habit of doing, is doing these 10-minute walks.
Well, we knew, but we've done 10-minute walks for years, but we didn't start doing it religiously until recently.
Right. But I never knew that you were supposed to do it right after a meal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our other issue is right now the weather is shitty half the time, so... We never know when we can actually go take it.
It's always fucking raining right now.
Yeah.
It's gross. But yeah, I love me a 10-minute walk. I've been doing that for years.
Yeah, but I mean, we've been doing those for a long time. I'm really happy she's, like, out.
Oh. Yeah.
It's the dog's favorite word.
Oh, I didn't even realize. We said that a bunch.
You said that a lot, yeah.
I can't even believe she didn't freak out.
I know.
Wow, she's really sleeping. So that's part of the diet. It's a really important part. But another important part, it's not even the diet. This is just like facts, right? Just shit to know. So, your most important things is not your exercise. You burn the majority of your calories. So set like 70% of your daily calories are burned at rest. Okay? So this is just your everyday chilling. It's called your basal metabolic rate. Chilling.
So isn't that like if you have more muscle, you burn more calories?
For every 5 pounds of lean muscle mass you have, you burn an extra 100 calories a day.
5 pounds equals 100 calories.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's why I can eat like... I'm not sure what it is now. I know I was up to 5,000 a day. 5,000 calories a day just to maintain size. But I think I probably sit around like, I would say probably 3,500 calories a day. Nothing crazy.
What do you think I'm at?
I have no idea.
Me either.
I don't even know.
Is there a place around here to get like, to see what your, like, fat
there'd have to be.
Percentage is?
I can almost guarantee it.
Oh.
Because I'd do that at the hospital.
It'd be interesting for us to know.
It'd be fun. I'd probably get lean for a little bit. I wouldn't want to go in there and then tell me I'm like 20%. I'm like, fuck. Actually, I probably am around 15%, but I should chill around 12 because that'd be cool. Maybe 10.
Yeah, what is it? Cool. Women are supposed to be around?
Women are higher than men. I think women chill around like 20.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think women should chill around 20. I think most women are probably like 30 to 40.
Yeah.
Just fucking soft.
Like, the lowest a woman should go, I think, is 12. Before it's, like, dangerous.
Unless they're in show prep.
Right, but I mean...
Nothing matters in show prep.
No.
So anyway, 70% of your daily calories are burned at rest. So please don't think that going and running is going to help this. It actually hurts it, so don't be dumb. Next. 15% of your daily calories are burned from daily activities.
So, like, working and doing walks?
Working, walking, just doing shit. Moving around, cleaning the house, doing dishes. That's where 15% of your calories are burned. So 85% of your calories, okay, are burned just everyday life.
From just living.
Just living, okay? 10% of your calories are burned from eating.
Okay.
Because your body's digesting, it's working.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So 10% of your calories are burned while eating.
Okay.
So 95% of your calories are burned from daily activities.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
People that do intermittent fasting,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you're just giving your body a smaller window to burn that 10% while eating.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yep. And this is the big one. 5%. 5% of your calories
It's burned
a
from
day
working out.
is burned from exercise.
That's insane.
So the people that are like, oh, I need to go run and do my cardio to burn weight or burn off this meal I just ate. No, that's stupid. Educate yourself and go lift weights.
And take a 10-minute walk after your meal.
Take a 10-minute walk after your meal, go to the gym, fucking lift, build some muscle so that every day for 95% of your day, you're burning more fuel.
I have heard, like, a lot of people say that they, like, you can lose quite a bit of fat just from walking.
Oh,
like, if you're afraid to go to the gym,
100%.
like, just start
Just
walking.
Just walk.
I remember
Just move.
I think it was after my freshman year of high school. Freshman year of college.
15% of your daily calories are burned from daily activities. That's
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
15% of you. There you go.
So after my freshman year of college, I didn't gain a lot of weight. I actually lost. I gained a little bit of weight when I was in college, but not like the freshman 15.
Right.
But when I came back, towards the end of my time in Madison, I would go for walks every night just because I enjoyed it. And then I started doing it like when I got home too, or back to Eau Claire. And I lost so much weight just from walking. And I'm not a big person, but I probably lost like 5 pounds of fat.
What happened to that, Sam? I'd like to know that. Sam.
Because it would be like my time to escape. So I'd just like put on my headphones and go.
Don't you like escaping with me in the afternoons?
But I have to deal with you all day long anyways.
Someone just woke up from nappies. I struggle getting Sam. Now that the pup's up, we have to refer to it as a W.
Yep.
Yeah,
I struggle with W's now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I maybe it's because now we actually like work out. So like I use my motivation for that instead of W's. I don't know. Maybe it's a mind shift.
Bring it back. Bring it back. I want that Sam back. I want the Sam that's like every night, let's do a W or 2 W's. God, I would love 2 W's a night. I love it.
Unless if we got up earlier,
I love moving.
I think I can only do 2 a day. I mean,
Why?
we could do 3, but that'd be so... Like, we'd have to go every hour from the time I got home from work to before we go to bed.
To do 2?
To do 3.
Why would we do 3?
Doesn't he say you're supposed to do 3 a day?
Well, yeah, but do one after, like, lunch or breakfast.
I
You're
suppose I
walking
could do
around
one-
the warehouse.
I suppose I could do one at work.
Yeah, it's super easy. Kyle and I will just do it.
I mean, Brooke and I are supposed to lunge the warehouse, so would that count as my W?
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes of movement.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. But it needs to be, like, brisk movement. That's the thing. It can't be just a slow jaunt, like, meh, meh. It needs to be brisk, upbeat. You know? Which lunging is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
What else have you learned?
So that's as far as lifting, right? Or that's as far as like exercise. Lifting's a lot better.
Yeah, which we've talked about that before.
We've definitely talked about that.
And it makes sense now because you're gaining muscle by lifting weights.
Yeah.
And by having more muscle, you're going to burn more calories.
Yep.
Which is 75% of your... 75% of the calories you...
Is resting?
Yeah.
70, yeah.
70, okay.
Yeah.
So the more muscle you have, the easier it's going to be to lose fat.
Right. Yeah, no, that's the main thing, is to just be conscious of that you're not losing weight from exercise.
Right.
It's from everything else in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then consuming foods that digest easy is going to make you feel so much better. You're going to be so much more productive.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of the big things we follow. There are a couple things that I have noticed myself actually work. And it's kind of maybe controversial.
Okay.
One of the big things he talks about in this book is not to dilute your stomach acid. So not to drink a lot of liquids with meals.
I hate that. I have to. I chug my water when I eat.
Right. But I notice that a lot. Especially when when my pancreas will act up. Dude, I bet you I get pancreatic cancer in my lifetime. But
good thing they can just remove that? Or is it the gallbladder they can move?
They can remove gallbladder, not pancreas. Pancreas creates stomach bile.
You really should see about getting your gallbladder removed.
Yeah, whatever. So the pancreas, when I would like flare up sometimes, the more water or the more liquids I would drink with my meals, the worse my pain would be. But if I drank little amounts of water or liquids with my meals, and waited until like 45 minutes to an hour after, and then quit drinking like 30 minutes, 45 minutes before a meal, that's when I felt the best.
Oh, I suppose because then, like, your stomach doesn't think it needs more enzymes to break down food because it's fuller.
Ooh,
if you drink with your meals, your stomach thinks, or your pancreas thinks it needs more enzymes to break it down.
It could, and my shit don't produce worth a damn, anyways.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's that.
Another interesting thing that you told me recently, in the past couple months, is to not have caffeine within an hour of eating.
Well, caffeine inhibits digestion.
Mm-hmm.
And I still do this all the time. I just love coffee. Like, I think the taste of coffee is delicious. And so that's what fucks me up.
You really should just start drinking decaf coffee.
That's such a good idea. Why don't I do that?
I think we need to put the decaf coffee, like, on the counter, like the grounds. So then you see that, and then you're like, oh, I can have that.
Mm-hmm. So caffeine inhibits digestion. So if you're drinking coffee and eating food, it's inhibiting your digestion. You're not digesting as well.
And so you're not supposed to have that an hour before and after eating, right?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
The big thing is, I just love the taste of coffee.
Mm.
I don't even need the caffeine, except in the morning. I need it then. I just think it tastes so good.
Yeah. Shaun and I get really bad on weekends, too, because we're both home all day. We just drink coffee.
Honestly,
all day long.
I don't know why. I don't even need the caffeine. I just need to drink decaf.
Yeah.
I just think it tastes so good.
I put the coffee grounds in the pot today because I was like preparing for it for tomorrow. And then you always just turn it on.
I'd turn it on. I just smelt it. I'm like, oh, yep, it's time.
But I suppose you should have just taken that filter out with those grounds in it.
Yep.
Put in a new filter with decaf.
It's a good idea. Fucked up.
Yeah, we did.
Next time.
Yep.
Diet. That's what I got, guys. That's the big thing.
How much does it cost to buy Stan Efferding's vertical diet?
It's $100.
Is it still $100?
Yeah, it's $100 to buy the vertical diet. You get sent to a PDF in your thing, in your email.
You get all the updates for free.
Yeah, so I bought it when he was on the first version. He's on version 3 now. You get every time he updates the version, you get it.
No, let me see this.
It's awesome.
Yeah, because Shaun said like the more recent versions are like super cool because it includes like people with diabetes or.
Yeah, I mean it talks about, dude. If you are a diabetic, get this program. he has a bunch of testimonials is what it is. So it's just like testimonial after testimonial of like people who have changed their life significantly because of it. People that no longer have diabetes because they follow this diet and things like that.
Oh wow, and he also breaks it down like if you know how many calories you need.
Oh yeah.
What every meal should be.
Yeah, he gives you full diet plans for your calorie base. Meal like options for meals and everything.
Oh yeah, he gives you like a cookbook. Dude, this thing is cool actually.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, and some workout plans.
Yeah, his workout plans are different, not common. I took Sam through one last week, and she's like, "Yep, this is not for me," because she got tired.
What's the stop-bang questionnaire? Obstructive sleep apnea.
Oh, Cody, it's for you.
Recommended tests.
CPAPs, baby.
Yeah, this thing is so cool.
Yeah, it's $100, guys. Check it out. You're gonna spend that this week on junk food, anyways. Buy this diet plan. Quit being a fat piece of shit and do something with your life.
Yeah.
You like it?
I love it.
Fucking love it.
I hope you guys learned something. I always do when Shaun tells me what's going on in this book that we have.
I just like feeling good.
Yeah, and like we said, I mean, you don't have to follow this plan to a T, but see what makes your body feel better.
You should be following something you should follow something that's going to work for you. If you don't like this diet plan, don't follow it. But follow something where you can at least be somewhat healthy, carry less body fat, bring your blood pressure down, bring your cholesterol down, and live a little bit longer, healthier life.
100%.
That's it.
And like we said, I mean, we obviously follow this pretty closely, but we had peanut butter. We had, like, other things. It's not...
we'll still go out and have a cheeseburger, and I'll eat the bun.
And we'll go have beers if we want.
Yeah. It's just a good baseline to follow so that most of the time... I'd rather win 80% of the time than never win.
Just be prepared for when you go have a beer and then you feel like shit because your body's not used to it.
Bud Light, which is wheat beer or rice beer.
Yeah.
Bud Light, which is rice beer. I get way less messed up from that than I do from wheat beer.
Interesting.
Yep. So wheat beer messes with my tummy up quite a bit more than like a Bud Light.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hey.
Cool.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the vertical diet, leave me alone and buy it. Peace.
We'll probably post a picture of our pantry this week.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
Okay. See you later.
Bye.